cocida, apodrecida. Check it out.
Morning. This is the view from our house.
Top of the hill. See the yellow house? That's my house. Top of the hill.
Let my baby cry. Said she can't live that way.
Had to do a little maintenance.
Hey guys, and welcome to Argentina. So we just landed a few hours ago, and we went to supermarket. Our friend picked up us, and now we are at his house to have some asado.
We're gonna have asado. We'll show you some pictures of that. We're doing a Hector asado. It's fantastic. So we're in Cordoba, Argentina, which is in the central part of Argentina. A lot of farms. Temperature right now is pretty nice. It's 60 degrees. Beautiful. The light coat.
Yeah,
light
so
coat.
we are
And
wearing
no
light
humidity
coat.
like we have in Thailand. No humidity.
It's
Fantastic.
beautiful here. And hold. So the house is kind of like a Saudi house. So I've been to Saudi.
It's cement.
Cement, so they are all like kind of like a similar, so I feel like I'm in Saudi. So that's, they have a beautiful Argentinian house. So let's go inside. My friend, this is my friend house. So that's Argentinian house. Look at that. He is actually Air Force military. Look at that. Wow, that's our friend Hector. He is Argentinian Espanol.
The Alto Alberto?
Look at that. So he prepared our barbecue, and then this is empanada. Wow, look at that carne. Wow, look at that, guys. So that's all beef carne. We have bread. So we're going to have lunch first here before we heading to the house, and I'm gonna show you our house. It looks like a countryside. It's beautiful, and it's really beautiful, guys. Hi guys, we all in the car. We drive the car.
We actually got a car rental. My buddy had to put up his life because my credit card is having issues because they only take credit cards. So if you're traveling, always have to have a credit card. Everybody knows that, but you know, I just got that reinforced again because my credit card's have an issue, which is CIMB. If you're watching, please activate my dollar account.
Malaysia CIMB.
Oh, jeez, Malaysia CIMB, what a pain. So, anyways, my friend here had to put up his credit card. I had debit cards, no problem to pay, but they only want a credit card for the tickets and everything else. So I was teasing him that he's going to receive all my tickets, and in Spanish is multas. So anyways, we got the car rental. About $35 a day was the cheapest.
That's cheap, yeah. Last year, we didn't rent the car because it's so expensive.
$70.
It's like $70 a day.
$70 is per dia. So that's $70 a day.
Caro.
Yeah, it was too expensive. So this year, when I looked and I found it cheaper, we went ahead and rented a car. I'm gonna have to. Hold on, I'm gonna concentrate a little bit, not miss our turn.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've driven in Cordoba, folks. Yeah.
So guys, this is the view of the Cordoba, Argentina.
And there's the mountains. There's the Sierra Mountains.
See the mountain.
They're not the big mountains. These aren't the high mountains, but they're the kind of foothill mountains.
Yeah, that's Kalimpron. It's our friend who helped us a lot, drop us everywhere.
Well, technically he's my brother, but anyway.
It's kind of like a brother.
Yeah,
Luna.
All right. Okay, so this is the collector. This is actually the loop around Cordoba. When I originally lived in Cordoba, they didn't finish this. They ran out of money. For years, it's setting you dead end over here, and you had to get off and go on a regular street. But it's kind of a they have many big cities have loops around for traffic, and this is one of them. So we're doing the loop. We're going to loop around. We're going to get off, and we'll head towards what we call Carlos Pass, which is kind of a vacation area. And for your information, it's probably never heard of it, but it's very important here in Argentina for local tourism. For no international. You won't hear anybody speak English. It's all Spanish. If you come to Cordoba, if you're in a city, it's okay. You get outside of Cordoba, you need to speak a little Spanish. You know, there's some guys that speak English. Like we had dinner last night at a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
And
They speak very good English.
and he spoke very good English, and they like to speak English. So it isn't like other countries. They enjoy trying to speak English. Like my brother, he speaks Spanish. He's trying to learn English. They're very, if you're trying to speak English, they're very nice. Unlike most countries where like Vietnam and some of those places we go, they don't really want to speak English. They will if they have to.
Yeah, here in Argentina, if they know you speak English, they are so excited to talk to you. They speak with you because they will really want to learn.
We have a problem. Caravan needs to stop.
Okay.
What happened?
What happened? Something happened?
Or maybe my loose don't work. I don't know.
Okay. Don't know when.
La luz quemada desde aquel lado.
What happened?
It says the loose isn't working.
¿Qué vas con luz alta o luz baja?
Okay, baja.
Ahí.
Baja.
He said the light doesn't on.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
something problem.
Luz alta. Poner. Ahí. No, para acá. Ahí.
Okay.
Ahí está. A ver.
Bueno. He's just checking the loose because
He's checking, yes.
in Argentina, they just a note in Argentina, they require you to have your lights on all the time when you're in the street. When you're in the route, you always have to have your lights on. And don't ask me why. They think it's for safety, and they'll give you a ticket if you have one light and one off, which I don't understand. So if you drive in Argentina, you always have to have your lights on. You always have to have your headlights on, which I've never seen that before. Malaysia, a little bit. When we're in Malaysia, there's certain parts that are in the middle of nowhere that they require you to have your lights on, which I understand because it's a little dangerous. But here, it's all the time. Like all these cars have to have their headlights on. They don't care if you got taillights, which is really funny. You could drive down the road, no taillights, but you don't have your headlights, you go through what they call police controls, which a lot of countries have. And Argentina uses it a lot. Like we're going to pass controls up here going back up to the house. And that's all they just, and they do control for the drinking, for drunk driving. One fun fact, when I first moved to Argentina, if you were stopped for drunk driving, they would make you pull aside of the road. You would have to sleep it off, and then they'd allow you to go. They wouldn't generally give you a ticket. If you were really drunk, they might give you a ticket, but they still let you sleep off. They did not arrest you or tow your car because it was too much effort. So you would pull over, and sometimes if you were bored, or they'd let you sleep it off a bit, and they wouldn't even give you a ticket. Now I don't know what they do. Another fun fact, probably 10 years ago, maybe 12, they started receiving with the lasers that everybody's been using forever. So they receive them here in Argentina, and they give tickets, and the judge would throw it out because they wouldn't calculate the ticket. I mean, they wouldn't. They throw out all the tickets because the first thing the attorney says, "When's the last time you calibrated the laser?" The cop would say, and the judge would throw it out because the client would say, "Oh no, I wasn't going that fast." And he couldn't count. The police couldn't counter that because they hadn't calibrated the laser. It was a fun fact. And the other fun fact about where we're going in Argentina, they don't control the velocity or the speed, as they say. In Spanish is velocity. Velocidad. They don't control, at least from here to, let's say, to my house. I could drive as fast as I want, like you do in Germany, and they won't give you a ticket. Now, some of these other areas, like here, they might stop me. If we're in Buenos Aires has a lot more controls. But Cordoba is the second largest city. Another fun fact, has 3 million people, and they're doing a little bit of a. They got a football game going on today, which we want no part of. They got Tarjetas, and I want to say I don't know who else is playing, but if River's in town or Boca's in town, you don't want to be anywhere near this place. It's just full of gente. I mean, people. So, anyway, so we're just kind of trekking along. My buddy's driving slower than normal. He usually drives pretty fast.
Yeah.
But he posted the deposit. He posted the deposit with his Visa, so he's being really careful. So, anyways, but another fun fact: Argentina, or I should say, Cordoba, has 300 days of clear weather, guys. That's 300.
Beautiful, yes. Look at that.
300 days of no rain. Yeah, 300 days of no rain, guys. It does get a little cold right now. I would have to say 60 degrees, which is beautiful. We got a little coat on. Lisa's a little cold because she's not used to the cold. I love it. You know, I'm a bigger guy.
You guys know I'm from Asia, so.
Yeah. So I'm a little heavier too. I got a little more fat on me to cover it. But another fun fact, in South America, at least in Argentina and some of the other places, they don't build apartments super comfortable. Look at this. Looks like a prison. Look, there's apartments up here coming up that says Gama. They look like prisons. Look at that. I don't know wherever you're living now, but there are no big balconies. No, you know, they got some little balconies. Now, some of these got okay balconies. But see, if you see that cement in the middle, it's a little balcony to the left, a little balcony to the right. That's it. Nothing. Whereas Thailand has beautiful, usually balconies, usually beautiful, you know, pools and on the roof. Not these guys. Very basic construction, all cement construction. They use no wood here. Fun fact: when I first built my house, I built it what they call an Americano style. That's at a super board and foam in the middle, you know, with a little cement on the outside. And our friends would call us every time we had a big storm and ask us if the roof was still there, because they're afraid the house was going to blow down, because they didn't understand the construction. They were scared that whole roof was going to come off. You know, I understood how to do that. You know, that you need to put straps, and you know, I come from a windy area. You know, I lived in Nevada for a while, California, where we have 60-mile-an-hour winds. You know, here, you know, that comes out of at least in the mountain when you see the house, where it comes out of there, you have a very heavy winds. So, but anyways, so we're going up what they call the Alta Pista right now, and now my buddy's picking up speed a little bit. He's feeling a little more comfortable. So we're doing about.
So he drives slow to make you.
Yeah, we're doing about 65 miles an hour right now. When we get up there a little higher, he'll probably go quite a bit faster when we get past the police controls coming up. This is a sideway, I think a Renault sideway, I want to say, but I don't know.
Sideway, yes.
Yeah, it's a sideway. I don't know. I think it's Renault that built this. Yeah, it's Renault. I don't know. I got the Renault thing on the steering wheel. This ride's pretty nice. Now I don't know. I thought we were going to Carlos Pass, so I don't know what he's doing. If we're exiting here or not.
There is exiting Carlos Pass.
Well, he might get off of it. Oh, he is exiting Carlos Pass. I forgot this is a new part of the freeway where they ended over there. Now they have the new part of the freeway they've added. So now they have an actually exit off of the freeway, or the Alta Pista, as they say, here, going up to Carlos Pass.
That guy always driving crazy.
Hector always got as we say in English, he's got a lead foot. And the other thing you'll see here in Argentina, now look at this, we're doing 70, 75 miles an hour now, and I can't stay up with him. He's
fast.
Yeah, he's going pretty quick. The roads here in Argentina are about average. They're pretty good in most places. They take care of them pretty well. with no problem. You get out of some of the nice areas, you'll have some rougher roads, but for the most part, the roads are pretty nice. Pretty smooth. Okay, you see it coming up? This is the Sierras, whereas we're heading into the mountains right now. It's beautiful. All of this is green. Coming out of their dry season. A fun fact: we're coming out of their summer into fall, which is opposite of, like, say, in the States, because we're below the equator. Okay, like for now in Thailand, we're actually going into the hot season. Okay, which is the rainy season for Thailand, which a lot of people.
It's May now, so it's a raining season.
Yeah, it's the rainy season now, and this is getting into the cold season for Argentina. Unfortunately, we come in during the cold season because we spend the nice season in Thailand. That, and we have to renew our visas. So if we're not in Thailand at a certain time of year, we lose our visa. So, which is kind of a pain. I don't know. We probably can do something else. Change our time on our visas, which would probably be better to renew our visa now when it's cold and be here in the summertime, which is really beautiful in the summertime, or later in the year. So we'll be here 6-7 months, we figure, before we go back to Asia. So this year we're going to do a little adventure. We have a tenant in our apartment, and we're going to be doing a little bit of, you'll see some stuff probably from Ho Chi Minh. We're going to spend some time in Ho Chi Minh. Now we're coming. Okay, folks, sorry about that. Had a little bit of, as they say, I had to pay a toll, and I forgot that we had and it's in Spanish they call it viaki, which is toll. I know if you guys speak Spanish, I probably messed that up a bit, but anyways, it's a little bit of, so I call it survival Spanish. I've never been able to speak Spanish very well. Now we're coming up to the police controls. So this is what the police, they stand on the road, they watch you, and they decide whether they want to pull you over. Now they're not very active right now, but they usually stand by the cones, and if they want to see you, or see, if you don't have your Citroen on, or they'll pull you over. So now we're on the run to Carlos Pass. Now he'll probably put his lead foot in. Now I'm doing 100 kilometers an hour now, and he's picking up speed. So we'll see how this goes. But and he was checking the lights in the front of the car to make sure we had our lights. And but this is a really, there've been times when I was late for something. I did 160 kilometers an hour coming down the hill, just moving along. But it's a nice drive. It's like probably 30 minutes from Carlos Pass to Cordoba, which you have 200. A fun fact: you have 250,000 people in Carlos Pass, which turns into 500,000 or close to 500,000 during their summertime. Everybody comes for vacation. This is a vacation town, Carlos Pass, and then Cordoba has 3 million people, and that's 3.5 million probably. But very nice, very, very nice. Again, not the big trees like you see in the Sierra Nevadas in the States, but these are like foothills or lomos or lomos. It's small hills. Yeah, I'm doing 130, and he's still leaving me. 140. He's doing about 140, which is, for you guys that don't understand kilometers, I would have to think that's like 75 miles an hour, almost 80. Again.
And look at that mountain.
But the sideway goes right along down the road, guys. Really smooth. Really smooth. It's a smaller car.
I like this. Maybe we should just buy like this. Yeah?
It's a pretty nice little car.
Very nice. You see,
We're looking at Kangoo. It's something similar to this, made by Renault. That drive really nice.
What's
up?
fall back apart. Find pieces of me all over the yard. In this house of cards, she says, hey man, there were just too many days. When our good intentions only got in the way. And I almost never know.
Those are $100 shoes, man. Hector looked at me like I was crazy when I told him I was going to rent a car, but we didn't have a choice. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're going to have a car.
Yeah, we need a car because our bike is broken. And need to fix it, change the battery. So if you don't rent a car, you can't go anywhere.
Fun fact: I bought a brand new motorcycle last year, Chinese built. I rode it for a month, and the wheels started to go out started going like this. The spokes started to break. The chain broke. Brand new bike. Okay. So now I've got to straighten the wheels. I fixed the chain. Now, because it's been sitting long, I'll have to put a new battery in it. So now I got to find a mechanic to go pick up the bike because I can't drive it to fix it.
If you're in Argentina, don't buy the bike made from China.
No, not a good thing.
Not a good.
I don't even remember the mark. Remember what the
Janera.
Oh man, don't buy that thing. What a heap of. I've owned a lot of bikes over the years, and that's the worst bike I've ever seen. Brand new. I mean, the spokes are out of true. Wow.
And it's not cheap.
No, it wasn't a cheap bike. It cost me $3,000. In Thailand, I could have bought a real nice bike for $3,000.
Yeah.
But that's what we used last year to get around. So
Yeah, that's really
cheaper than renting a car last year. This year, car costs. You could probably get a car for about $800 a month for a car. We're going to here 7 months. I can buy a car for the price it's going to cost me to rent a car for 7 months. The problem is we can't use Grab or not Grab, but here's Uber because we're so far into the mountain, and you don't get to do the stuff you do when you have a rental car or a motorcycle where you can go and park and go have coffee, go up in the mountains and see stuff. Yeah, I understand why he uses so much gas. He drives like a maniac.
Yeah, because you look at how he drives.
Yeah, I don't drive like that. I'm not so worried about the gas. I'm worried about, driving too fast.
Love you guys.
Okay, now we're coming into what's called Carlos Pass proper. You come in and there's, I'm trying to think of the name of the lake. I forgot the name of the lake, but anyways.
They call the Villa Carlos Paz.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the lake name.
I don't know the name of the lake.
Yeah, I used to know the name. Maybe it'll come back to me. But anyway, so we're kind of weaving coming in. Then we're going to hit another control going into Carlos Pass. Here's some controls to the left over here again. I mean, they love their controls here, man. It doesn't look like they're doing much at the moment. Again, if they're looking for somebody, they'll check all the cars. Let's say you're wanted and they've got somebody in the area they're looking for, they'll check every car that goes by. That's one of the other ways they use the controls. Here's the Toro I like. This is a Fiat Toro.
You can buy that one?
This is really not. That's not in our budget. We got a budget about $10,000, which is hard to find.
This is $14,000, right?
Yeah, more than that probably. Probably 15, 17.
Okay. That's the control, guys.
There's the control. The cops today, they're not very. Don't look like they're very active. They're just standing alongside the road. The cops in Argentina are pretty nice, I gotta say. The policia in Argentina were pretty relaxed. I mean, unless you do something really major, and they're not very corrupt. They don't always ask for money, stop you like they do in Malaysia. Will stop you just if you're a Farang, as they say in Thailand, they'll stop you because you're a Farang and they want money. If you don't have an international document that's the full book, no, the license they don't accept.
Not the card.
Not the card.
You need to bring the book, the copy book, and original.
And it can't be electronic, like we're in an electronic age where everybody has it on their phone. Nah, they want to give you a ticket anyways. They still want.
With no helmet, it's a 2,000 baht fine.
Yeah, and I don't know how much it is.
So if plus you don't have helmet, but you don't have international license, so.
Even if you have an international license and don't have the complete book, they still give you a ticket. And the fun fact is, if you're a Thai and you drive past, they don't bother you.
With no helmet, they don't bother you.
Nah, they got 3 people to a motorcycle.
3 people.
We gotta stop.
We are in Carlos Pass.
Yep, we're on the edge of Carlos Pass, heading towards downtown.
Heading to downtown. This is the city of the Carlos Pass.
It's a really nice little city. They have what they call the new Carlos Pass, the Nuevo Carlos Pass, and they have the old Carlos Pass. We're going to be going to the newer part, but both sides are really nice. And then see the trees are turning. A fun fact is the leaves fall off all the trees in the wintertime, which we're not used to.
Yeah, see the color become yellow. It's our city here.
It's pretty relaxed except for during the season. The season, this is packed.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to drive in and pay parking and deal with the parking. Parking can be a little challenging, as you know, in downtown Cordoba. Ugh. So we'll drive down to Cordoford and then take a taxi directly down to immigration.
Yeah, okay.
And that way we don't have any issues parking or anybody hitting us. I'm trying to be careful with the car. I got basic insurance on this thing, so if somebody hits us, just cover it, or they hit us. Okay, so Hector's going to park someplace over there.
Or we can park anywhere like this.
Park where? He's going to convert them so that way if we're on the Biakis now that we have a car, we have to worry about that shit. Okay, I can't turn that way. Okay, so now I got to figure out where to park. I just missed the parking place. Damn it. The guy just pulled out.
Turn?
No. Shit. Let's go up here and park. This is a pain in the ass a little bit. This is a weekend too. Oh, let's see if I can go around the block here and find something. It's getting late in the day. It's going to be a little tough.
Okay, so it's kind of a bit bright here. Okay. So we park a bit far because we can find the park is close to our friend car. So and now we have no idea where they are. So keep walking. And last time we stay here. I remember it. This is the neighborhood of the Carlos Pass.
YouTube, professional. This is Hector, my brother. He's doing a professional Argentinian barbecue.
No professional.
No, Hector es famoso for el barbecue. ¿Qué parte?
Chorizo, vacío, morcilla, costilla, matambre de cerdo, costillas de cerdo.
Totally the different parts of the cow. In Argentina, they eat all parts of the cow. When I moved to Argentina, I went, but it's really, really good, especially when you get into the morcilla, and this is the blood sausage. Oh, that's good with bread and cheese. Oh, that's fantastic. The morcilla is really good. The tumbre, this is fantastic. They put a lot of salt. This is sea salt for the taste, to bring out the taste. Really, really good. So And then over here, you have what they'll do is they'll get that really, really white, and then he'll slowly put little bit. I'm not very good at this because all my friends are professional barbecuers, so I never barbecue because all my friends are professionals. So I'm not very good at barbecue. My wife's probably better than I am. But anyway, so that's a real Argentinian barbecue. Fishing out.
Look at this. This is all ready, guys. Some friend coming.
Magnolia Town was humming, swore